I failed to do cliche travel content when I was heading here, but I am in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm here for the Urban League Conference. There's a lot of conferences happening in Tennessee or in Nashville this week, including the NBA conference, which is happening another part of town. But I'm here for the Urban League Conference because I'm getting an award at the Young Professionals Luncheon on Saturday. An award for doing content just like this. And I thrilled, honored, really excited to be here. And so I got here earlier today, took a really early flight from Houston, and so I knew that Ben Crump was having a press conference with Nolan Wells' family as well as the families of two other young black boys who were killed under suspicious circumstances. And so I dropped myself off in my hotel room, took a breather, like a 10-minute rest, and then ran across to the convention center to make this press conference. And so it was, Ben Crump explained some different stuff. The Urban League president also explained different things about how supporting these families and things like that. I think at this point, most of you all have heard the Nolan Wells story, and I have not made content on it or talked about it outside of TikTok lives for various reasons, because these cases to me, they're heavy, and my mind, I try to make videos where I can explain things or make sense of things. And if I can't make sense of something, I it just it in those kind of cases, like my mind needs a solution and needs an answer. And that's something that his family kept saying. His parents were here and they were renewing calls for people to come forward. His father was like, if y'all say you're his best friend, then come forward and tell us what happened. We're not going to rest until we find out what happened. Ben Crump also responded to the attacks on him, which people always come after him and his credibility, and then also the family as well. Nolan Wells' mother has been she's a nurse. Her company's website has been blasted with negative reviews of her because she dares stand up for her son when the story they're telling does not make a lick of sense. It's just crazy. And I will say this: there's a lot of conversation about Ben Crump and and the work that he does and all that. And if it's people always question the motives of these black men and women who stand up in these situations. And I listen, for black people that are doing it, please know that as you all tear down this black man who's out here advocating for us, you are giving weight to what the others say about him. And so I need y'all too loud and wrong. It's really irritating. There was a point where this reporter, because there were reporters there, local media as well, and this reporter was like, well, what do you have to say about the New York Post article where they're saying that you all do this for attention and things like that? Do y'all think we want to be up here talking about young black boys who died at 18 years old under suspicious circumstances? No. There's a reason why there are like whole campaigns about like black boys deserve to die old. What are y'all talking about? And then what I understand too is that how we come together as a community, how we have a shared just understanding of things, a lot of y'all don't have that. And so when y'all see that, because y'all are very capitalistic and y'all see everything as a money thing, and that's just not how black people move. We are conditioned in our community to not move like that, to move as a community and to support things like this, especially the generation that comes after civil rights. Are y'all okay? So then we get the two stories. Daniel Irving out of the Dallas area, the lawyer that's representing his family, actually reached out to Ben Crump after the Nolan Wells story started getting attention. He was like, this story in Dallas is very similar. They're claiming that he drowned. He was actually on the swim team. His family's like, it does not make sense. And then for him, after Ben Crump was like, after the Nolan Wells story started picking up and getting national attention, they were worried that the story in Dallas was going to pick up as well. So they ended up pressing tampering charges against the boys who were involved in that case. But it's not enough. They're demanding more. And based off what I heard, I agree. Then Tyler Smith. This case is out of Kentucky. And when I realized this case, so basically Ben Crump comes with the Nolan Wells family, but he brings two other families because he wants people to understand that there are these three cases, these 18-year-old black boys who were out with groups where they were the only black boy, and they end up dead, and nobody's talking, and the stories they tell them don't make sense. So he's trying to bring these stories together, right? And so people are asking, like, what's the benefit of that, and just kind of get him to explain that piece. But he was talking about just like that this is not uncommon, unfortunately, and he wanted to make sure that all these stories were told. Tyler Smith's grandmother got up there, and this, first of all, you can tell this is a church woman. She beautiful writer, beautiful speaker, and she just humanized her grandson in a way that, like, it was like a eulogy. She just talked about just like what he meant to her, and oh my God, it brought tears to my eyes, because when I hadn't heard this story, she talked about what they've been told about his case and how that doesn't make sense. And so it really stood out for me. And one of the things that came to my mind too, we've been over here hemming and hawing about Mitch McConnell, and y'all been yelling at Andy Beshear about that, and I'm sitting over here like, this in Kentucky? There's other things in Kentucky we could be talking about, including this case, and not Mitch McConnell, who can't vote for our demise right now. Like that's how I see that. So that stood out for me as well. So that was today. I'm still posting some videos from that, and I posted a 4-minute clip of Tyler Smith's grandmother. Please listen to what she said, and you can find it online as well. It was heavy, but I think it's really important to hear. And so I have some other things. I probably bouncing around going to convention stuff, but also I don't make it to Nashville too often, so going to other things in Nashville as well. But yeah, it has been a long day. I took a very long nap. The press conference was heavy, but I'm so glad I landed and was there right on time to hear that. I think it was very important to hear, and of course to share with you all via social media. So